Well, I remember when we were about 6 or 7 years old. My brother and I
How we doing?
We're good. Thank you so much.
would wander the neighborhood. We would go to Broadway, which
They were
was
6 or 7. They used to go all the streets. And
Oh my God.
Columbia University used to be there.
Yeah.
Rockefeller Church, Grant's Tomb, and the Sailor's Memorial.
And you were how old? 6?
About 7 or 8.
Oh my God.
And they only spoke Italian.
Yeah, but when we went to school, we couldn't speak English too well.
So were you born in the States?
Huh?
You were born in the States. Then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you were born in the States.
But his mother and father didn't have, his father knew how to speak.
Well, my father could
English,
read,
but not the
write
mother.
English, and of course Italian. He used to talk a little Jewish because of the business.
Yiddish. Daddy, what? So your father was 40 when you were born, right? 40?
Yeah, he was 13 years older than my mother.
So he was born in 1882? Or when was he born?
83.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
It was real close.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Wow.
I think he came over when he was about 19 or 20 to the United States.
And then he went back and got your
And
mom.
then he went back and got my mother.
And he took the youngest sister instead of the older one, right?
Right, you know,
Yeah, that's what
you
he
know
did.
all the stories.
I know all the stories. And then wait, tell me what happened when you didn't you have a brother that died before you?
Yeah.
Yes.
You did?
Yeah, his name was going to be John.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Mike.
Mike, wasn't it?
I got a little confused. I think
Maybe, yeah, who knows? So his name, I mean,
I think I don't know what it was. The first baby was going to be Michael. The second one was going to be John. The third one was going to be Joe.
oh,
I don't know how they planned the three, but
they just did.
they just picked.
And then where'd they get Ann?
Well, she was a girl.
Historic arrived.
No, I mean, where did they get that name?
I think it was one of the grandparents' name. You know, and our grandparents.
Did they try to pick American names?
Yes, I think my father wanted American names
Right.
because he was more Americanized.
What was his name?
Antonio.
Antonino.
Antonino.
No, it's from the old
So
country.
the baby died. How old was the baby?
He died right near birth.
Oh.
I don't know if he made it out.
Yeah. How sad.
Mike, Daddy says it, which is true. Where the hell did you all get those names? Dolly and Cosmo and
Yeah, where did you get those names?
that we were named after their
People.
parents.
Yeah.
And they were second generation parents.
Who was Cosmo, Mom?
Cosmo was my brother.
No. Who was Cosmo before?
Oh, I don't know. We don't know who they were.
They didn't tell us who we were named after.
There's no baby pictures of Mom or Vinny or Cozy or Dolly.
Grandma was too busy.
My sister, my mother had the portraits made of us.
Yeah. I have that in the den. Your portrait. Yeah. Who
And
took...
then-
Well, go ahead.
Do you remember the Depression?
Oh yes. What would happen? We used to see the men on the corner selling apples, and then they would be by the Hudson River in tin huts, and they would ask. Well, you know, my brother and I went down there too, and they would ask us, "Go home to your mother and ask her if she can give you some soap or something to bring back." And we used to bring it back. It was bad. Very bad.
And there were bread lines?
Yeah, like, I didn't see them, but I know there were
Yeah.
lines around the corner just to get soup and bread.
But your father worked, right, Dad? Dad, your father worked,
Well, my father had a business.
and it was food. So
Well,
then,
that's the only. You see, in those days, men used to work like 80 hours a week or more. And
Early in the
what
morning.
happened is they had no time for relationship. But my father, when he opened his own business, had time. And he decided he wanted to get married. Thank God I'm here.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Huh.
Well, he picked a good woman. She took care of him until he was 94.
Mm.
Goodness.
Wow.
She had no other choice,
Yeah.
right?
Well, you think he was like being a baby again. He used to wet the bed and everything else.
When he got older. But he made it to 94.
Yeah.
And he
Jesus.
worked till 88, didn't he?
Yep.
Yes. What happened? He fell down, and that was.
I thought he got mugged. Did he get mugged?
No, he just
No?
fell.
He just fell. Aw. I remember him with the big bandage around his head. He looked like a bunny rabbit. We saw him.
Well, one thing he used to do, always in the cash register, he was up to about $15. So the burglar, if he ever went in, didn't damage the rest of the store. Took the $15 and that would be
Smart,
it. But
wasn't
nobody
he?
ever did.
Thank God. And when did you start working for him? How old were you?
We were about 15. And when we worked for him, we used to go to the apartment houses, and they had the dumbwaiter, where they used to put the garbage and bring it down. We used to have the basket of fruit and vegetables, put it on the dumbwaiter, and then pull it up,
Hoist it up.
and then we'd come down with a quarter.
And would you go, cheapo?
Like this.
And we made
Nobody
a
got
lot.
much quarters then.
Yeah.
My father paid us $2, and we had to give it to my mother. But the quarters we never paid.
She took it from you, $2?
$2, imagine.
No.
But that was good money then.
Yeah. And there were horse and buggies. There was no cars, right? No
What?
cars. No cars.
No car.
No.
Horses. There used to be horses dead in the street.
Oh my God.
Don't tell Ellie that.
And we used to
Vultures.
play,
They used to
we
play on the
play
dead
King
horse.
of the Hill on top of the horses.
Oh my God.
That's pretty funny.
And who won? You? Were you the king?
When did you start to see cars in the city?
What?
Cars. When did you start to see cars in New York?
I see the first memory of cars. I must have been about 7 or 8 years old. But there weren't many cars then. There were horse and wagons.
So your father never drove?
No, but he drove the horse and wagon.
Oh.
In fact, one time, my brother and I were in back at my father's horse and wagon because the clerk was delivering something for him. And my brother fell out of the car into the roadway, and the car went over. Well, he was right in the middle. He was lucky.
You didn't get hurt?
No.
No.
Like there's a picture of my mother as a baby from the local newspaper, and it was one of the first cars in White Plains
Oh, yeah.
that her
Parents had.
grandparents had
Sure.
got.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was a baby, so she was less than a year old. So they were very wealthy then. They
Yeah.
lived in a beautiful home on Mamaroneck Avenue, Old Mamaroneck Road.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of those big, beautiful homes with the wraparound front porches, and they were, very rich. So they had one of the first cars in White Plains. There's
That
a
was
picture of
nice.
the car, and she was in it with my father, my grandfather.
She was so cute.
I
you ever
wonder
see her
what
baby
White
pictures?
Plains was like in those days. Must have been really country.
It was
Yeah.
like a country place, yeah. Wow. Michael said, I've been taping it, Dad.